Hello and welcome to Game 5.
This is Chosen, and right here doing a dual commentary with me is Butterfly. We have Game 5 of this awesome series, which is MaFia.HasH versus xS.SiN. Down here in the bottom middle position playing the teal Terran is MaFia.HasH. His opponent up here playing the orange Zerg in the top middle position is xS.SiN. Like I said, it's a 2-2 tie. HasH won the last, SiN won the last game.
SiN won the last one to tie it up.
Yeah, Terran versus Protoss. And SiN is in the same base again. He was mid-right, 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 then top mid, top mid. So SiN middle base is all 5 games, but this one's gonna be fair. You know, mid base versus mid base, and then HasH is the Terran versus Zerg.
Was he on the left last game?
No, last game HasH was mid-right and SiN was top middle.
Oh yeah.
So now SiN going to be doing the standard build. We all know he's going to do the hatch and then the pool and then Overlord, drone.
Drones. Move the drone up to the front. Choke.
And HasH now, he did a 3 barracks earlier in this series when he lost. So maybe he'll go back to a 2 barracks. Maybe he'll try something a little different here. Last time he went for kind of a half-assed 2 factory fast tech. I really didn't like his Terran versus Zerg in Game 1.
Well, I mean, it's just everybody's peripheral style. I think he's going to go with 3 barracks and work into the factory safely. But, I mean, Basil, a.k.a. Pro Hardy, he plays with, like, a different kind of Terran that I don't like even as much. I mean,
he plays it fast upgrades, fast command center.
I mean, everyone plays it different. You have to do what works for you. You know, one build's not going to work for everyone. It's your game type, it's your personality, how you play, you do what you do.
Yeah, he is going for the 3 barracks build, and SiN doing the standard. Nothing too crazy here. You remember that one game? HasH was starting his gas about right now, right at 2 minutes. So now you see what a normal Zerg build is. He's not going to have his gas up for a while yet, and HasH was already starting his gas at this point. So, you know, you kind of walk the line between fast tech and nice economy at the start. I kind of like to do what SiN is doing and get the second hatchery and then kind of go for the gas.
I do too. I'd like to get that. It's your comfort zone too.
You know, it just depends if you're more of a macro or more of a micro player or whatever suits your style.
Depends who you're playing against. If you're playing someone who's real aggressive, you want to do that.
Yeah.
You want to go for that hatchery. Maybe you go for more even the defensive. Maybe put 2 Sunkens right away.
Yeah, it looks like
play against your opponent, not yourself.
HasH not building a factory yet, even though he has 100 gas. Usually you want to get that factory started as soon as possible.
He'll start it real soon. He'll start about now.
When you're versing a Zerg, it looks like SiN going to be in decent position here. His guys are going to be done at about 2:55. He'll be mining gas at 3 minutes into the game. And that means his lair will start at about 4:10, 4:15, I would assume.
Try to send in a scout. He was taken down by the Marines, and he's trying to gain huge map control by putting those that far out without protection of the other Sunken. That's real dangerous.
Yep, he's trying to. This Sunken is going to be able to hit this Marine.
That one Marine alone.
Oh, and he does cancel it. Nice micro there. Takes out 2 Marines, so that's a nice little exchange there for SiN, and he saved that drone as well.
I'd take it.
Oh, and I was wrong. That 100 gas came a lot faster than I thought it would. He got 3 drones on there right away. Got that lair started at about 3:20, 3:17, somewhere in there. He's going to have Guardians at about 8:40 or so. So
it all depends on the harassment by the Terran. Could be 9.
Yep, he's going for that 2 factory build again. I hope he doesn't go fast vessel because
don't go fast vessel.
Fast vessel,
don't do it.
You don't want to do, you know.
Oh, waste another Marine. Pull it back. He should actually be able to hurt that from the right side of the corner with a couple Marines.
Yeah, what you see sometimes is players. What you might want to try on BattleNet. You guys that just play for fun, don't really play in League, you're versing just, you know, average players. You know, you might want to, if they're choking like this and pushing out, you might want to try just throwing down a super fast academy, research stim real quick, and then just come over here to one side, stim, and run past. You see how that would work? Because if you put a bunch of Marines over here and stim them, there's only one Sunken here to stop you, and you can just run right by with about 12 Marines stimmed.
Imagine 12 Marines in a cluster.
And
it would take 24
You run stimmed Marines right in here, it's GG. Game over. So, just something you can try sometime if you're messing around. It's a funny strat. I've seen Mafia.HasH do it. I've seen a couple people do it.
Yeah, you can, like, they don't play who you're playing against. Oh, Terran has a high amount of Marines for this time of the game. He needs to hold on to him. He has to stop throwing them away. You know, I wouldn't even be targeting SiN's Sunkens right now. I'd let him push out, going straight down, because I'm just going to come from one side and cut it off.
I like this. HasH is going to be doing a different strategy. He learned, you know, not to go for the I think he let the spots get into his head. He was like, oh, I'm right above him. I'm going to go for fast vessel.
Yeah, I'll take him down. Yeah.
And then he ended up losing to Fast Mutaling, or I mean not Fast, but Mass Mutaling. So this 3 factory is going to be extremely effective versus this mid base, but he does have a very good sunken spread. He's pushed out a pretty far away.
But it's all just right down the middle. Like I said, I'd let this waste doing this because I'm just going to come from one side and meet him halfway. I don't have to keep unsieging and resieging my tanks. I can put up 2 lines, 2 siege tanks, and both spots and take down his whole sunken line. See, right to the side.
Yep.
He's gonna lose all that whole line.
Yeah, good job. You see how HasH isn't gonna tank push from right here. He's gonna come up here and kill these sunkens. You gotta play smart. You gotta think, where can I put my tanks to kill the most amount of sunkens without having to move the least amount of possible?
And he's just gonna do that again in a second to one more spot, and he's gonna give me his choke at great time.
Yeah, so, very good job here by HasH, playing smart, doing everything right, and I really agree with this strategy. This is such a better choice for the game, to go for the 3 barrack, 3 fact build here in the middle of the map. He's going to be putting extreme amounts of pressure on the Zerg here at about 7 minutes, 7:30 into the game before he's going to have Guardians.
That's a great play. And then SiN is doing a great job by getting these extra sunkens up like always. You want to give yourself that safe net so the Marines don't come in. He's actually going to have to put a whole nother player after this and then another one after a sunkens alone.
Oh, he is going to get
Okay, cut it
Oh,
right
okay,
there.
I thought these were hatcheries. I was like, whoa.
No, he can't be He's going to be hacking with
That hive is done at 6:30, so that's pretty good to be starting your Greater Spire. He needs to start that thing right away. Every second matters when you're waiting for those Guardians to pop. You have to start that thing as soon as possible. So a little bit careless that he's waited about 10 or 15 seconds here to start that Greater Spire. He needs to be doing that as soon as that hive finishes.
Like I was saying, he is probably going to be held up a little bit by this Terran opponent, and he is. He found himself...
Oh, maybe he decided not to go Guardians because he's getting Mutalisk with that gas instead.
He's going to be going Mutaling.
Yep, he's going to be going Mutaling again.
He's like it worked last time.
Oh, now he's going to start that. He wanted to get a few Mutas out with his gas first, though.
Yeah, you can't play him. He has to be able to put some more pressure on his tank, slow his Terran push down, because Terran's actually a little bit ahead on this push, because there's no other backup ruler or sunken.
Yeah, SiN is going to need a lot more sunken colonies in his base.
I'm not going to lie, I thought this would be inverted on how the series is going. I would assume that SiN would have pulled this off over HasH 3-2, but it's probably going to be the opposite. HasH pulling off 2-3 SiN.
Let's not get too crazy, though, because it looks like SiN going to be able to take a lot of free kills here.
Yeah, until his Marines go out, tanks have such a heavy armor.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to be able to get all those.
And he wisely saves his mutas, comes back to his base, and gets his macro going.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like HasH just surrendering to playing for a late game here. Well, no, he's going to push in.
Yeah, he has so much more. And he plays sieges tanks a little bit too soon. I would have deceived half of them and moved the other half up. But he knows his deadline's coming in, and you don't want to fight Guardians with Marines. It's just not going to work.
He is going to need some raids as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, of course. But he put a lot of gas into his tanks. These tanks have to do a little more damage. He's going to have to get some kind of minerals or something. And there he's moving up again. Yeah, I don't think he's going to main target his main. Yeah, he is, I guess.
Oh, and getting the Guardians.
See, he's pulling it in. Yeah, I wouldn't target the main in this scenario. I'd maybe get the spawning pool, take out some damage. I'd send 2 up, though, to try to get some drones, though. There he is.
Oh, when he gets that tank, that's huge.
That is pretty big.
Can this tank do it? Oh, SiN wisely transferring his drones to the other side. Great job by SiN there.
Look at that drone. Oh, that drone. I thought it was going to attack the tank. The drone wanted revenge. Okay, now Guardian's up, so he has some safe way. And now half of Terran's base is in the middle of the map.
Really seems to be struggling with Terran vs. Zerg in this series. Not able to finish off his opponent in either game. I think HasH is definitely better at Zerg vs. Terran than he is Terran vs. Zerg, in my opinion. From what I've seen here, anyway. Definitely not a bad Terran vs. Zerg, but it is a matchup he seems to be struggling with versus SiN.
Just all these minor things play so heavy. I mean, just your build order to the timing has a lot to do with fastest. A lot more than people give it credit to.